Two brothers inherited a very large piece of land from their father. This land was divided equally in half, and there was a water canal separating them. There was the purest kind of cooperation and love between the two brothers. Although each of them owned his own land, crops, water, and house, they ate and drank together, planted and plowed together, and agreed and consulted each other on all matters. They enjoyed a great deal of happiness until the day came when something unexpected happened. The two brothers disagreed and the discussion and argument between them became intense. The younger brother shouted at his older brother, and the other was very sad about his situation and how his younger brother could shout at him, so he reprimanded him and even beat him. The disagreement was not a trivial or easy thing at all, and it ended with each brother going to a house and closing the door in the face of the other. Silence prevailed between them and the estrangement increased and they continued their quarrel. As the days passed, the wounds of each brother did not subside, but rather the fires increased during them. As each of them was sad and oppressed by the other's behavior, the internal fires of anger increased in intensity and raged in the chest of each of them. Each of them refused to apologize to the other to himself and waited for the other to apologize. The days passed in this manner until 3 weeks passed, and a strange person knocked on the door of the older brother's house looking for work, and because of his anger at what the younger brother had done, he immediately allowed him to work for him. That person thought that he would work in farming the land, but the older brother surprised him when he asked him to build a separating wall between his land and his brother's land on the condition that it be a long wall so that he would not be able to see his younger brother's face again. The landowner informed him that he had to travel to another country for 4 days, and that he had to finish building the wall within the period he had given him. The strange man's response to every request and order from the landowner was yes, and the first day passed and the stranger worked with all his effort and determination, and the second day he was still continuing. And the third likewise until the 4th day came and the strange man had finished his work. When the older brother arrived, the surprise was there. He found his little brother waiting for him in front of his house. He was astonished by this, and could not comprehend it. Then his brother ran towards him and hugged him. The older brother was wondering to himself, "What brought you here?" As for the younger brother, he told him, "I beg you to forgive me. I made a mistake towards you, and although I was the one who made the mistake, you were the one who took the initiative to reconcile and return." The older brother was standing in astonishment, not understanding what was happening or its nature. Until he suddenly saw a large bridge connecting his land to his brother's land over the waterway.